Hey, welcome to CNY Flavor, where we help teach you how to cook on a shoestring budget. We got a great show in store for you. What we do is we do some, a couple recipes, we do some cooking and help you learn how to cook and combine things on a shoestring budget at home in today's economic times. At the end of the show, what we do is we interview local restaurants, owners, chefs, different things that are unique to Central New York. So stay tuned, we got a great show in store for you. Hey, welcome to CNY Flavor. We got a great segment in store for you. If you're in a hurry, you got places to go and people to see, we're going to call this dish here chicken on the go, okay? Because you'll be able to put this together in 30 minutes, have your family fed and out the door. This particular recipe calls for 4 chicken breasts. I'm doing it with 2. These were under $2 for both of these breasts. I bought a whole big pack, and this will feed 4 people, okay? You can do it the other way, as you'll get the recipe that'll feed 8 of you, but I'm going to do it here real quick, 30 minutes or less, chicken on the go, onion, celery, cream of mushroom soup, some stovetop stuffing, little cornflakes crushed, and that we'll sprinkle on top, and I'm going to show you how to do that real quick, real easy, right here.
Perfect Game Imaging strives to deliver sport action photography that renders images that without us, our clients and customers would normally not even see. I can't tell you how many viewers of our images have asked, "How did you get that shot?" Or, "I didn't even see that happen during the game." It is our mission to have our action shots hanging on the walls of the athletes' families' homes and offices as centerpieces to be cherished for a lifetime.
Okay, first thing we're going to do here is we're going to take a can of cream of mushroom soup. Again, depending upon your supermarket, on where you're shopping, you get a lot of deals on this stuff. Sometimes you see it on special for, 3 for $1. Buy them. You will use them. A lot of recipes call for cream of mushroom soup. Now I'm going to reserve my can because I'll be adding a little milk to this, okay, later. And so I'm just going to get this cream of mushroom soup in the pan. I'm going to set it over on the stove on low, let this start heating up, because I'm actually going to cook this chicken in the cream of mushroom soup. Okay, it's a little different, but it adds a nice distinct flavor. So, get a couple knives here. We'll start by taking off any excess fat, okay? You're just going to cut this down. You don't want that in your food there. Now, because we cut this into strips, there's a couple ways you can do this, okay? I'll show you both ways. You can take this going with the grain, and you're just going to take this and slice it down, okay, into nice portions, nice, thin, bite-sized pieces. Now, another way, too, because sometimes us here in America, as you can tell right here, we eat a lot more than we should, and part of it is because of the portions that are put on our plates. So if you want to stretch your dollars even a little bit more, what you can do is take and fillet, okay, your chicken breast that you have. Pull your thumb back, and then you're just going to use this as to filleting this straight down the middle. Okay, now you've got this nice big chicken breast here. It's the same technique. You got these that are cut like this. Now you just want to cut it down the middle, and then you're going to take this. You can use your boning knife, or you can use your French knife, and you can cut them lengthwise. You can cut them with the grain, see? And remember what I talk about, especially on this show, that when you cut things uniformly, because they cook evenly together. Now, even though, just to show you, for instance, these are cut lengthwise here, okay? No matter which one I pick up here, they're still the same length. So no matter which way you're going to cut them, even though these are longer and bigger, these are smaller, they're still cut with the same width, so they're still going to cook at approximately the same time. And that's important because you don't want a nice big thick piece that's not cooked all the way, and then someone's going to bite into it and have a bad experience, or think that it's raw, or have any type of microorganism or pathogen that doesn't cook out of it. Okay, so it's real important that you cut them uniform, and then that way it all cooks out at the same time. So even though I did these two different ways, your yield, and this is what I wanted to show you, your yield, when you look at this compared to bite-sized pieces, compared to this here, you just for your looks and your eye appeal, this looks like it's a lot more. I still got some little pieces over here from this, but it looks like a lot more, so you can stretch it out. So we have the cream of mushroom right here cooking. I didn't add any milk, any water, any liquid to it at all. It's on a low cook. I'm going to add the chicken right into it. And this chicken's going to really cook up in about maybe 6-7 minutes, that quick. So I'm going to stir this and make sure that the cream of mushroom is all in it. And then I'm going to cover it, because by covering it, what I'm doing is I don't want all the steam and liquids to escape. I want it all to rehydrate into the chicken so that it gives it that nice plump taste. Okay, so I got it on a low simmer, 6-7 minutes. We'll check it. In the meantime, while this is going, I have my water boiling in the little teapot, and I'm going to do my stuffing. Okay, and stuffing's real easy. It's all it is you can stay right there with me. Okay, got a little pot over here. One of the things about stovetop, you just add it right in. Okay, 2 cups of water, boiling water. Look at that. Cover it, and you're done. Okay, so all you do now is you just let it sit, and you are done.
Is this who you'd call if you need a mechanic? Is this who you'd call if you need a babysitter? No Sheep Designs is the right call for your business when you need professional, affordable web development, photography, or video production. With a decade of experience, we have the knowledge and passion to bring your project to life for much less than you'd expect. Visit NoSheepDesigns.com today to see how we can help you.
Okay, so here we are. We're going to use a half an onion real quick. Let me find my knife here. So all we're going to do is chop it. Remember the things I've showed you. You just cut towards the end so that it all stays together. Okay, and then you're going to cut down. That's nice. Take that and just put it over in a bowl off to the side. Now your celery here, what I like doing with celery, a lot of people don't do it. I like doing this how I was taught culinary art school. If you want it nice and sweet and tender, the way it's going to cook up is peel it, okay? So I peel the ends of it. And you can really smell that in there now. Just take off all the excess. Cut off your ends. It actually makes it that much sweeter. It brings out all the juices on it. Cut down. Right in the middle. And it's the same thing. You're just going to go down. Cut them uniform. Now remember the stuffing that we have over here that we put the water in, shut it off, and we're letting it cook up. It cooks up in 5 minutes. I'm doing all this while that's doing that. I have not even opened the lid. Everything, boom, it has not all hydrated the water yet. So we're just going to pick this up and move this around. And now we're going to take the onions and the celery and put it right into the stuffing. Even though it's already seasoned and breaded, this is going to give this chicken on the go a real good flavor. Because remember, we're still going to bake this off in the oven 30 minutes. So now that's all nice and hot. We're just going to stick this off to the side in reserve. And now we're going to get, why don't we do the cream of mushroom soup here. I'm going to take a can of cream of mushroom soup, half a cup of milk. You know, a lot of times you'll add equal parts, where you'll take your soup and add a whole can of milk or water. We're not doing that today here because you want it a little thicker. This mixture here, we're actually going to spread over the top of the chicken, and then we're going to finish it off with these cornflake crumbs, okay? So there we go with this. Take your whisk. You want to whisk it really, really good. So here we are. It's all done. See how thick that is? That's a great consistency. This is going to go on top, okay, of the mixture. Now, when the crushed cornflakes that we're going to top this off with, okay? Now, if you had a stone, an RX stone, something that you could mix or grind spices with, that would be great. I don't happen to have one here, but with American ingenuity, I'm going to show you what you can use. A spatula. It's got to be rounded on the edge. And then you're just going to take this, put your hand over the top, and just start crushing, okay? And you want to come up with about a half a cup. That's all you're doing is breaking it apart. And you don't want to go too fine, but you do want them crushed. And the reason why you got your hand over the top is so that they don't spill everywhere. See, now you saw that whole cup turned into about a half a cup. See that? So now we're going to put this in reserve. We're going to go get our chicken now. And we are going to layer this real quick with the chicken.
Hi, I'm Christy from In-Home Photos. You might think that you can't afford family photos, Christmas photos, or even senior photos. Well, think again. $75. That's it. $75 for great photos of your family. We can do outdoor photos or bring the studio to you. I can set up in most average living rooms with lots of backdrops to choose from. Call or visit inhomephotos.com to schedule your session today.
Okay, so our chicken's done. Approximately, ooh, look at that steam. Approximately 6-7 minutes there. What we're going to do is we're just going to take this and put it right in the casserole dish or baking pan, whatever you have. And you're going to set this out. Nice. And then we're going to get our stuffing. Remember the stuffing that we did? We just added the onions and celery to. This should still be steaming. Yes. And we're going to take this and we're just going to spoon this right over the top with the onions and celery in here. There we go. Beautiful. And then, last but not least here, actually it's not last, but it's the least. We're taking that cream of mushroom with the milk that's not cooked, and we're going to just spoon this right over the whole top. Take the spoon. You just want to make sure you cover it good. Beautiful. And then, last but not least, the cornflakes. Just take them in your hand, sprinkle them all over the top. Gives a unique crusting and taste to it once you spoon it out. And this will comfortably feed a family of 4 for literally under $6. Okay, that's everything. That's the soup, the milk, everything for $6. Remember, I paid under $2 for the chicken because I bought it in bulk, and I got 7 beautiful big breasts for $9. So here we are. I'm going to stick this in the oven for 30 minutes at 350 degrees, and then I'm going to show you how it all comes out. On the go chicken is done. It's been cooking for 30 minutes, 350 degrees. It's all cooked, ready to go. You know, from start to finish, if you took the whole process, you're looking at about 45 minutes to get everything done in the oven and now ready to serve. Serving, it's real easy. Again, remember, this was only 2 chicken breasts in the way I filleted it and cut it. And this will, looking at this, this could eat 4 to 6 people. Comfortably serve 4 to 6 people, not eat 4 to 6 people. Just take it. You got your stuffing, everything right in there. Now that's a nice little portion right there. The color with the cornflakes on top. The onions are cooked in here. Let me move this out of the way so you can see it a little better. And you can take and you can garnish this with anything that you want. This is pretty much a self-contained meal here because it's got everything in it. Your celery, your onions, your stuffing, your chicken, everything is in this. This is a complete meal. CNY Flavor, check it out. Check out our website, cnyflavor.com. You can get some great tips and quick tips like this. Hey, Scott Trainer here, host of CNY Flavor, and we've got a great show in store for you here. A great segment interview with Sorrento's right here in Ilion. It's on Central Ave. Easy to find. I'm with Phil Russo here, the head chef and kitchen manager. How you doing, Phil?
Great. How are you?
Great. I'm doing well. It's good to be here, and it's really an honor to get to sit down and talk with you. We've been talking a little bit before the cameras started rolling, and I love your history. I love your enthusiasm about the business. I guess really what I want to start out with is your background. Okay? Because a lot of people don't understand the time and the effort that you put into a business like this or even a trade like this.
Right.
Now, why don't you tell me a little bit about your background, including your schooling?
Well, I started in this business as a young man. All my family have owned restaurant business. I started when I was about 14 years old, making hand-tossed pizza. It was just something that I really enjoyed. And I carried my schooling further, went into the Culinary Institute of America, got out of there around 2000, and I've been working in the industry since, and that's what brings me here today.
Now, the CIA, down in Hyde Park, was that a 4-year program you were in?
When I was there, it was a 2-year program, and they were just starting their bachelor's program the year I actually graduated, right around there. I chose to do the 2-year program, which still gave me an extensive outlook on all food concepts.
See, one of the things about culinary school, because I myself went for 4 years, is they teach you the stuff, and then you go out and actually ignore a lot of it and start working.
Right.
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 And do the real food industry.
Exactly.
Okay, now Phil, here at Sorrento's, when people in the community here in Mohawk Valley, you know, in Ilion, we hear the word Sorrento's, we think a good pizza.
Yep.
A lot of people don't realize, though, that it's not only a pizzeria, but it's a restaurant, too, with other things.
Correct.
Full-service restaurant.
Full service. I mean, we're noted for our pizza. That's what we first started out with. But through coming into this location, we've really expanded our restaurant with our size as far as the menu items go. And we have everything from chicken, pasta, seafood dishes, veal, and that's all available every day.
Now, are you famous for something on Saturday nights?
I wouldn't know if we're famous for it, but we're well noted for it. We do a nice prime rib dinner. We do a nice slow roasted prime rib. We serve that with a roasted garlic mashed potato with the typical au jus sauce over the top of the prime rib. And you get a salad with that and whatnot, and it sells pretty well.
What's your favorite dish to cook?
My favorite dish to cook? I don't know. It's hard to pinpoint it because I like cooking really anything. But I would say I enjoy cooking the prime ribs. The trimming of the meats and the butchering aspect of it is kind of fun for me. But if I had to pinpoint and say I had a favorite, I really like making our stuffed haddock. We kind of make that with a crab meat stuffing, okay. And then we roll the haddock, stuff it nicely, and we kind of bake it off in the oven in a nice white wine lemon butter sauce.
Oh, cool!
So it comes out pretty well, and I enjoy cooking that.
What are your hours here?
Our hours of operation are Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays, 11 to 11, and Sundays we're open noon to 9.
So you probably get really busy, especially on the weekends?
Yeah, the weekends are always busy for us, thankfully. I mean, every night's a busy night for us, but the weekends, yeah, they're always quite busy.
Do you take reservations here?
We do take reservations. We actually prefer them on weekends because it is so busy. A lot of people like to get into our dining room, and that way we can ensure that you're going to have a table ready for you.
Now, this is a beautiful facility.
Thank you.
I know the old place that you used to have.
Yeah.
How many does this particular location seat?
We seat up into around 85 people in this 85. Location. Yep.
And you could handle 85 if they all came in?
Of course we do. At least we try our best to.
Now, you're affiliated with other restaurants in the area, correct?
We are. We actually we own Sorrento's, Salvatore Sorrento's too, which is at the bottom of College Hill near HCCC. And we also own Francesca's Banquet Hall, which is right around the corner from us over here in Ilion, right next to Remington Arms.
So if someone out there wanted to have a wedding or anything, you're pretty much full service that you can direct them to one of your locations
of course,
to be able to handle it.
Yeah.
That's great. Now, website, if I wanted to come on, check out your menu and stuff, do you have a website?
We do. It's Sorrento-Ilion.com.
Okay. Facebook? Do you know, with social media today?
We're also on Facebook as well. You have to be on there. People like to tune in and check your nightly specials and whatnot, so we're always on there. That's also under Sorrento's Facebook.
So if you're watching out there, go on Sorrento's Facebook and like them. That's important. When people look at that, they like to see those likes.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, welcome to Crazy Otto's Empire Diner. That's 100 West Albany Street right here in downtown Herkimer. You may remember me or notice me as the host at CNY Flavor. You can come on that website at cnyflavor.com and learn all about the cooking show that airs on Tuesdays, every Tuesday. But we're talking about Crazy Otto's Empire Diner right now. You know, a lot of times you see TV shows, you wonder if the cook, the chef is there, if he really actually cooks or he actually is in a restaurant. Well, I'm one of the guys that have been there, done that, and is still doing it. Right here, you can come in, you can see me cook. I'm here virtually every day. Here at Crazy Otto's, they don't call us crazy for nothing. Everything here is fresh and homemade. As you can see, we fresh slice our tomato. Everything's done fresh to order. Doing actually a BLT right now. This is Michael, also happens to be my son. Hey, all right. Hey, welcome to Crazy Otto's. Come on in, give us a try. You won't be disappointed. Okay, Phil, so I come in here with my family, or I'm having an anniversary party or such. You do serve beer and wine?
Yes, we have a full beer and wine menu.
Okay. can you get the bottle, or do you do it by the glass? How do you do it?
Beer is by the bottle, wine is by the glass, and then we also have wine by the bottle as well too.
Now, I know this is a new facility, beautiful, but you've been actually here in Ilion for over 20 years.
Yeah, we have. We originally started out across the street in our older, smaller location, and this location we constructed from ground up and actually got to build a restaurant just the way we wanted to, which was really nice to be able to do. And this location has been operating for about 5 years now.
What's your favorite thing about this business? Okay, because I know you put the time in. I know you're just a slave to that kitchen and you're back there constantly. I know the hours that you put in because I also cook too. Right. I'm one of the guys that have been there, done that, still doing it, just like you. And you know, we have certain things that we like to do. What's your favorite thing that you like to do in the restaurant business there?
I would say my favorite thing I like to do is creating the specials. It changes things up for us a little bit rather than, you know, your everyday menu items. That's one thing that's good about here is we're always, you know, having different specials. And I enjoy creating those because it breaks the day up and helps me get a little bit creative with some of the new ideas that I'm thinking about, and, you know, see how the feedback is when people try them and, you know, what they think of them.
See, I want to tell you that too, because this is a misrepresentation that people have is when they come into a restaurant such as this or mine, you see something on special, you think that it's gone bad, it's something we got to get rid of,
right.
So we're just specialing it to get rid of. But you've heard me time and time again, especially on this show, talk about culinary arts being an art,
right.
And that we get to create, and that we get to add our own spin on things with spices and different ways that we do it. Okay?
Exactly.
And when we do these specials, that's what we're doing. That's what we're creating. And I just wanted to tell you, when you come into a place, especially like this, and you see a special, it's not old, it's not past date. We're not trying to get rid of the food. We're trying to give you something that we put our heart and soul into to create. Oh, I love that.
And something a little different, you know, give you a chance to eat something out of the box, something that you're not so used to eating every day. And who knows, maybe you'll find something that you never knew you could like, and it might be even your new favorite dish. You know?
That's right.
And that's what makes us feel good.
Is there anything that you would like to say to the audience that's watching right now about your establishment here?
Yeah, if you haven't given us a try already, you got to come in and definitely give us a try. If you're out near College Hill or you're a college student looking for a late night slice of pizza, you won't be disappointed over there with Salvatore's. We can service weddings, banquets, retirement parties, whatever you're looking for over at Francesca's Banquet Hall. We have great staff and catering facility over there. And Sorrento's, of course, we've talked a lot about it already this afternoon, but we have a lot of fresh seafoods, pastas, homemade soups, sauces. We make all that stuff homemade ourselves. So if you haven't tried this before already, come on in and give us a try, and I'm sure you won't be disappointed.